seem to always have a technical difficulty coming in. I was there, but no camera. And I'm wondering if I'm actually getting microphone right now. No, it looks like I am. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Hey. I was going to do some work today. And trying to decide between a couple different things. Well, let's just get started, and then we'll make the decision as we go. Let's just get Unreal running here. Yeah, I actually had my camera off. That was not intentional. I was like, first of all, I thought about, wait, what do I look like? I haven't got my swag on. I guess I should do the whole thing. I have swag. You can have swag too. Bring up the website. We have merch. You can buy this if you're brand new to this. I guess I should probably do this later in the stream. Let's do this. So you can come here to our. This is like the weather people. Wow, that's weird. The weather people merchandise. You can order yourself some swag. I think I got this one on. All the proceeds go to the game. Support us in our Kickstarter, Patreon. If you haven't followed our YouTube, like you should subscribe to us on YouTube. Did I eat already? I'm glad that everybody's worried about my well-being. Yeah. I don't have any. We did a stream yesterday, and I think most of the new stuff we had in the stream. But I was going to actually do some work here. So that was... Somebody's asking if you bought CastleMiner Z on Steam, do we get $? Yes. Yeah, if you bought CastleMiner Z on Steam, definitely we get paid for that. So that's all going into the game too. Making games is really expensive. So if you haven't already, sign up for the wish list, the beta. Am I really muted? Nobody can hear me now. Good now. Okay. That is super weird. I don't exactly know why that is. Anyways, sign up for the wish list, the beta. The helps all of us. I'd like to know if you're interested. Let me see. Oh, it was at the DNA screen. Muted at the DNA screen. Okay. I'm no good at this. I'm no good at this. I actually don't know why that's doing that. Okay. Okay. Everybody can hear. Hopefully, everybody can hear me now. Yeah. Okay, so let's do some work. Since I just started the stream. Oh, what's the link to buy the shirts here? Go to our, I'm going to put this in the chat. Go to our website and you can buy whatever you'd like. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to get the game running here and make sure everything's running well before I go in and start changing things. I think I had, is that thing floating in the air? Oh, it's gone now. It was like a UFO. That's so weird. I actually kind of want to start again to see. Did everybody else see that? That was really, really strange. What was going on there? Let me just do a quick compile. Somebody's asking, this is usually I'm trying to stream while I work, but I'll try to answer your questions the best I can. So feel free to ask questions. Our compile times are getting longer. Oh yeah, here we go. And the pyramids are here. I'm flying. Oh, there it was again. It disappeared. That's so weird. Okay, to figure out what that is. We were playing around with the pyramids again. There's a couple choices I have to do. One of them I was going to shuffle the. That's a weird configuration for this. I was going to shuffle the biomes around in the worlds that are not the default world. The other one I was going to come up with an algorithm to place the pyramids. Let's see what else is on my list. Oh, putting in the dungeons, like random dungeons in the world. And I think those were the three choices. I don't know if anybody has a preference. I'm trying to figure out what the easiest of those would be. I think probably getting the pyramids to appear correctly in there, but we have to build a smaller pyramid. This is the so these pyramids are here for testing, but they should be kind of placed randomly in the world, and I have a that's weird. I'm wondering if that's a bug. Like it's like a piece of the world that's completely missing. Is there one on every pyramid? That is so weird. It's weird that it happens more than once. Will ray tracing be required? Yeah, something's going on. When I see this, I'm going to send this out to the team. Oops. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're not going to ship with character customization, most likely. There's a lot to that. It's just such a weird bug, and I have never seen it before. Okay, can't get lost in the caves. Let's concentrate here. Okay. Shuffling the worlds would be more fun. I'm kind of interested to see worlds that don't have the same pattern. But let's figure out this pyramid thing. I'm going to switch back to this. Let's make sure that you guys can still hear me, right? And I haven't opened this tool in a long time. I have to dig around on my computer for it. I'm going to open up Magica Voxel, which is the tool that you can use to make objects for our game. And I'm trying to find... Here we go. So anyways, this is Magica Voxel, which now I haven't touched for a long time and will be difficult for me to relearn. I thought we did the insides of these different. So you can go to our website at CastleMiner Z.com. You can download these tools and you can build things and submit them, and then we will look over them, and if we like them, we'll put them in the game. This is actually where the pyramids were being made. And I cut the dungeons through the inside, but God, I don't remember how to do this. Okay, flip back. Sorry, I gotta... So this is the large one. This is a 100 by 100 by 102, 102, 51. I'm gotta get I should have probably did this before the stream. Is there an estimated release date? The end of the year? I don't know. Let's see. I think what I did is I did a solid pyramid like this, and then I had a door like this, and I think I put them together separately. So if there is a mid pyramid, yeah, so I made these as smaller ones, but I should do them again without the doors. Oh, well, thank you for the donation. I don't think I should read that comment online, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, we have laser rifles in the game again. Yeah. We have the lasers in there already. We just don't have the rifle. We don't have any of the weapons in there yet, but we have the. If you haven't seen, we already do have. Let's get it back in the dark here, and it's kind of cool because they heat blocks up, and then the blocks break if you get them hot enough. So. see if we could just clip these corners off or something. But yeah, lasers are in there. Release date for the game. Welcome to the stream. We're hoping at the end of the year. If we need to, will we delay it to get the best product out? Yeah, probably. I mean, I was hoping to be done by the by the spring. It does ricochet. Somebody says, well, they ricochet. They do ricochet if they're objects that they can't break. Here. Oh man, I forgot that was still in there. Okay, this is a 40 level dungeon tower that's here. Okay, this was totally working before and now maybe is not. I don't know. They were definitely ricocheting before. I'll have to follow. Actually, I should write that down. Will there be the same biome layout? Yes, there will be. I don't know why these are not bounced. It's funny. I don't know why they're not the bounce stopped working on these. Okay, it's really, really easy to get sucked into doing this. Will it be available for Xbox and PlayStation as well after Steam? CastleMiner Z movie when? The question is who would star in the CastleMiner movie? Like who would be what would it be about and who would star in it? Yeah, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's just like. Okay. Jack Black for the CastleMiner movie. Okay. Let's go back to Magic of Voxel. Trying to think of the best way to do this. I think there is this one's a 60 by 60 and the small one is a 50 by 50. So let's just go back to the pyramid 100 by 100. Yeah, this is perfect. So all you have to do here is change this to 60 by 60. And then there's like a crop function here where I can just go, yeah. And then the shaft is still in the middle. All these pyramids have like a shaft in the middle. And it's just gonna ruin it. Yeah. So hold on, let me pop off the screen for yikes, and I just ruined that one. Okay. Oh, I don't. Every time it's like this tool I haven't used in a long time, and I just overwrote my big pyramid. So have to go into source control and undo that. Undo. Okay. And let's do this again to 50 by 50, which is the small one, which is really not that big of a difference, I guess. We can change this to 50 by 50, and let's use the crop tool here to do that, and we will use the Save As tool now to make this a 50 by 50. Okay, I don't remember how to get these into the game. It's so interesting. Some people are suggesting here to donate for Coke. What engine was the original made in? It was our engine made on top of XNA, which was a Microsoft like C#. XNA, C#, XNA is like a C# layer on top of DirectX, basically. It was pretty cool. I loved it. Okay, I have to flip back here and figure out how this stuff needs to go into the game. Usually when I'm doing this, I'm shuffling around files on my computer. Man, I don't remember how to do this. I'm gonna have to do some research. I don't remember how to pull these in. It's funny. There is a tool that we have to do this. This might have been a bad pick for doing this because I have to do a little research on what I need to do to get these in. Okay, this is going to be exciting watching me read. remember doing all this stuff. Okay. While I have this up, just for the sake of the stream, like, let's look at the giant. It's so big. I was hoping to use this for a boss encounter. Say like a giant stacked dungeon that we made during one of the streams. It was fun to run around in. There's a little stairway here that takes you up to the next level. I think they're all shifted by 90 degrees, so there should be one here, yeah. And every level has like a random dungeon on it. Throw in some skeletons. His eyes are bright, you could see him around the corner. They were waiting for me over there. I don't know if they take splash damage. I think they do. I think we found that out in the last stream. Cool. Hey, thank you for the donation. Bought CMZ on Steam, even though I don't have it on a PC. At least I can play it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, the AI and the animation still need work. Okay. God, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the pyramid thing. I don't remember how to import these. And I'm looking at the instructions. I don't ever remember doing them. So This is going to be such an unproductive stream. Hey, when do you think the game is coming out approximately? Welcome to the stream. We're hoping by the end of this year. Okay. Oh, this sucks. I would have to pull away I can't do this stuff on camera. Kind of wondering if I just drop one of these in here. If I thought he had this all set up to work like that. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. Let's stairway, pyramid door. Yeah, okay. Well, what we'll do is just replace all the big pyramids with little pyramids and see if that works. Where is that? Yeah. This is me getting reacquainted with all of this code that I haven't touched in a long time. I don't know where these get loaded from. I should have done all this research before I got on the stream. Oh, thank you for the donation. I remember playing this game with my dad. Yeah, my dad used to play CastleMiner Z a lot too. I wish I could still play it with him. I don't remember where World Gen prefabs. Most of this is my code, which is funny. I think I don't know where these get loaded from. This is in the world builder. Okay. It's hard if you jump around for a while. You just forget how you do things. I think it's in here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we will change all these. Pyramid 60 by 60, pyramid large. Okay. Save. Let's check out all those. Am I actually not? Oh, I'm on the screen. Okay, great. Let's close this. I'll save all. Let's go back to our code. And in the world builder, we will do a interesting. Okay. And we'll do pyramid mid. It's a mid pyramid. It's like meh. Okay. Save all. Okay, let's compile and see how that works. Any idea if it will come out to console, like Switch, Xbox, or PlayStation? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully after Steam. Hopefully. You guys add Steam Workshop support to the game. Yeah, I think if somebody could tell me how that would work, like what sort of things you would make in Steam Workshop, I think that we could do that. Oh, let's see. Let's go out here to the desert, and we should have smaller pyramids. Nope. Did that not work? Yeah, here we go. And we should have doors on each side of them, which we don't, but figure out why that is. It's funny, there was 4 doors before, and it seems like we're... Oh, it's random. We made it random. That's why. And if we go in here, I wonder if there's actually... Oh, it totally works. There's a small dungeon inside here. And, okay, this is easy. And let's just put in one more. Let's just try the little pyramids. and try that out. Will the remake have new content? No, absolutely none at all. These are the pyramids from the original CastleMiner Z, exactly as they were, along with the 40-meter tower. We're striving for no new content at all. That's a joke. It's a joke, just to make sure. Yeah, I should pin the FAQ. I'm like multi-streaming right now, so I don't know that I could actually pin anything. This guy I want to see. I wondered if these should be smaller. That's actually a pretty small pyramid, though. So. Okay, might as well take this all the way down. We're done. But I got another one. I think this is like my 15th or 16th during the day. It's totally gonna kill me. It's a stairway to the underground here. Okay, so we got to come up with a strategy for depositing these things. In the zone here, we do a So one of the ways to do this is like pick a random number, like 1 through, yeah, so here's the way. I don't know what we're using this distribution for. But anyways, this is a good way to start, like a pyramid. I cannot spell the word pyramid to save my life. P-R-A-M-I-D, pyramid distribution. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll go 1 to 100. And what we can say is that if, and then I think what we do, we just pick one of these, right? How does this work? Oh, we generate it. So, int pyramid distribution. P-A-P-Y-R-A. I have the worst spelling ever. I think it's because I started using a spelling I used a spell checker ever since I was a little kid, and that's what I blame it on. That or there's some sort of cognitive issue that I have, but I've never been able to spell. Any tips for beginners trying to learn Unreal 5? I probably wouldn't start with Unreal 5. Like, I think that if you were going to start with something, I'd probably start with Unity. But I don't know, the tutorials for these things are pretty good, but I didn't actually go through the tutorials on Unreal. We're kind of just on the fly, learning it as we go. Will the old Xbox HUD be in the game? Probably not. I think there'll be a completely new HUD for the game. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any good questions. Okay, here we go. Is a pyramid. Okay, so basically we have a random number from 1 to 100 here, and what we want is like to pick, we could do this like chunk by chunk, but like what pyramids will go in each one. So I think there's probably 80% chance that there's just no pyramid at all. Put this down here. And then we could say if out of that we would, we could divide it evenly, I think, after that. Actually, let's just do this. Let's try a 70% chance that there's no pyramid, and then if it's greater than, if it's greater than 90, it'll be the big one. If it's greater than 80, it'll be the mid one, and if it's anything else, it'll be the small one. So we have an even distribution of the three. That's probably, we can just see what that looks like. And what we can do here is now we can just copy our code into each one of these things. There's probably some cleaner way to do this, but this will give us a good idea of what this will look like. Of all these braces, pyramid width, and in each one of these we have to build the tomb. Oh, this is dumb. Okay, let's do this instead. Put this here. Pyramid width goes away. We can just make a variable for one of these. P-Y-R-A-M-I-D. Choice. Let's just give it a default. Pyramid large. And then we can just do this. Large. And 50 is small. Get rid of all of this. I'm sure it's so interesting to watch me type. That's the, what don't you like? Oh, because we don't have a semicolon there. That's your problem. Okay. Let's perfect. And now this becomes the pyramid choice. And now we're picking a random size pyramid for each of the places. And the center we should pick this center based on, okay, the center is just the center, but we'll have to change that too. Okay, so let's save that and make sure it all runs first. Oh, thank you for the donation. Appreciate all the hard work. Thank you. There's a question here about mining, but I don't really understand it. Okay, so what we should get here is, that's too much. Wait a second. Oh, no, we're not calling them. Okay. Oh, let's go. This only if we're over 70, yeah. It's funny how one bracket can really make a difference there. Let's build. I'm glad you think the typing is ASMR, because I find it kind of annoying, but I have a very clicky keyboard, which is probably not great for the streams, but feels so nice when you're typing on it. Okay. Oh wow, it's putting the dungeons in regardless of whether we put the it's another bug of whether we put the caves in or not. Or the this should all go in here. That was probably a mistake, but I just did an auto reformat. Oh, it didn't even do anything. And this is just building an underground too? Yeah. Okay. Let's, oh, this is building a tower. Let's get rid of this tower for now. Go back to Unreal. Let's do a build. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for another donation. You guys are very, very generous tonight. Thank you. I feel like I'm giving you a really boring stream, so I appreciate it. So, wow, there was that UFO up there again. That's so creepy. Like, I wish I could fly up there fast enough. So there should be like a 1 out of 7 chance that there is no pyramid. This is just too many. It's so weird that there's all these holes all around. I'll take another screenshot of that. There should be like a 7 out of 10, like 7 out of 10 chance that there's no pyramid at all, but that actually isn't enough. There's just way too many. I'd like to see like 1 or 2 of these around. So we got to really change this. Let's bump those numbers around and try it again. Let's give it a 9 out of 10 chance that there's no pyramid here. If it's greater than 98, it's a large pyramid. If it's greater than 95, it's a mid pyramid. Otherwise, so that was that 5, 3, and 2. Okay, that actually probably will work out. Let's try that, and let's do a build. So there'll be statistically, the smaller ones will be more ice pyramids. That's a really interesting idea. Did the spawn rate for alien encounters go down? It's different. I don't know if it's more or less, to be honest. Like I calculate it a little bit different now, and I actually might change this. This is good. We're only seeing, I don't know why I'm getting all these holes in the terrain, but we're not seeing a lot of, it's weird that it's like random holes too. Like these, like this has gotta be some sort of, and it's funny because the dungeons, are they in regular spots? Yeah, there's water under them. So strange. Anyways, so we're not seeing many pyramids here, and then every once in a while we should see one. Hopefully. And here we go. We got one. Okay. And it's probably a small one. This is cool. Like, this is probably about the distribution that we want of these. And the only thing that is an oasis there. Just find this like so interesting that there are these holes all over. Let's just fly across the desert and see how many pyramids we see. Beta. Go to our website, CastleMiner Z.com, and sign up for the beta if you'd like to be in the beta. Somebody asked about the history of CastleMiner Z. This is actually an interesting. How many Microsoft points is CastleMiner Z? Originally, when we shipped CastleMiner Z, it was 240 Microsoft points, which was about $3 US, and then we dropped it to eventually to 80 Microsoft points. That was $1. So the way that system worked was that you shipped your game and it appeared on the new release list. I'm talking about XBLIG in like 2010 or whatever. So when you shipped your game, it went on the new release list, and every game just kind of bumped your game off the list. So you were up there for maybe a couple days, maybe a week if you were lucky. But Microsoft would tally the sales every night, and then those games would show up in the best-selling list based on how many sales they had on the night before. The problem was, and I argued about this for a long time with them, is that they would only count unit sales, not dollar sales. So if you put a game up for $1 and you sold so many of them and you ended up on that best-selling list, and somebody else put a game up for $3 or $5, those are the only choices you had, and they sold less than you, like they would, like it didn't matter, they would end up in the place, whatever. But if you dropped your price down from like $3 to $1, you would sell more games and end up on the list better. So it ended up being a race to the bottom, that you almost could not sell a game for more than $1 on that system. Otherwise, you would lose your space on the best-selling list or on the best-selling list, and your game would just disappear. So I really wish that they would have just like multiplied dollars by units, and then everybody could have like had $5 games on that system instead of $1 games on that system. But it was almost like the mechanics of that system made it virtually impossible for you to sell a game for more than $1, which was unfortunate because I think a lot of the games on that system were worth way more than $1. But the only way that you made money was on volume. And what happens is if your game fell off the best-selling list, it just disappeared forever and nobody ever saw it again. So to continually get that coverage, you had to keep your game up on that list. CastleMiner Z, it shipped in, I think, 2011. I have to look it up. But it hit the best-selling place on that list at number one at $3, even though it was a $3 title, and it never left that position until the system shut down in 2015. So it's night over night, it was the best-selling game from like 2011 all the way through 2015. But it was unfortunate because everybody had to sell their games for $1. And I think when we went to Steam, I think we shipped for like $9 on Steam, and people were like really upset by that. But I think I saw somewhere somebody said that it was probably a $9 game that was being sold for $1, versus us trying to take a $1 game and mark it up to $9. I think CastleMiner Z was always kind of worth more than. I think 80 Microsoft points is actually like a little bit less than $1. It was like 90 cents or something like that. It was a great system, but they could have done better. They could have made a couple small changes for indies and made it a better system for us. Somebody asked how much money did the game make on Xbox in total. I don't have that. I don't know that number off the top of my head. But yeah, I don't know it. There's the amount of games that we sold cumulatively on the Xbox is a 7-figure number in units. And I'm really afraid of like misquoting the number, but several million people ended up playing CastleMiner Z in the end. We had a weird thing too, like there was all the games had a trial, and all of them had a like a pay, like you could get a trial and then you could upgrade to the paid version, and when you would see your sales, you would see a conversion rate in the game. And I think generally in the industry, like a 5% conversion is like really good. And CastleMiner Z's conversion was like 150%, which is crazy. What it means is that there was a significant amount of people that bought the game without ever playing the trial. It kind of broke the number system there. It was very, very popular on the Xbox. Somebody's asking when betas will go out. I don't know. When the game is done enough to play and be fun, I guess. I actually think this is the right distribution for this. The only thing we have to do is we have to shuffle the position of them around a little bit inside of the zones. And I'm tempted to not do it because it's these holes are so weird. I don't know what would cause these. Like, so totally strange. And then small ones too, like these little divots. And I'm kind of wondering if they all have water at the bottom of them. Because every time I see one of these, there's like water. Yeah, very, very strange. Why is there water there at all? It's a waterfall. So I'd like to find one that did not have water under it. Yeah, they all do. So totally weird. Yes. Hold on one second. I need to take a quick break. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, this is a bug, so I mean, we'll fix this eventually. Shuffling the pyramids around. It's funny, like right now you're not seeing, does this have water under it? Sorry, just bugs like this are just so strange, and it does. That's interesting. Okay, so let's to make this easier to test, let's bring back the pyramids to their make them much more common. Just test that really fast. Any info on PC specs? Yeah. No, I don't have any info on that. You'll probably need. I honestly don't know. Somebody's asking if is there going to be food and armor. There might be armor. I doubt there's going to be food. How deep can you mine? I think the world is twice as deep as it was before. I think it's like 256 blocks down. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's double the depth that it was before. Will there be a custom world generation mode? Man, I'm not seeing any pyramids anymore. Oh, here's a crash site. It's kind of cool when these intersect. The bottoms are not supposed to be empty like that, open like that. It should fill in. I'm flying around here too fast for the world generator to catch up with me. I think we were in this one in a different stream, actually. The edge of the mountains. Why have we not seen? Okay, wait a second. Why have we not seen? Let's just give it like a 1 out of 2 chance. Maybe I didn't save it. We will be able to customize a character. I know originally it was using the avatar creator. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to have the Xbox characters anymore. I actually don't think it's a thing. Okay, and we got to get these. I just want them to be not in the center of each block. So we have to do a little bit of this. Would be like a perfect AI task. This is because it's so simple. Pyramid center location. Oh, we're doing it. Okay, the difference is going to be somebody's asking here how CMZ incorporated the avatars. The avatars were part of XNA, and the game isn't on XNA anymore. They were doing that back then because I think they wanted to promote Avatar games. And you were inside of Microsoft's platform. I have no idea. I just actually just don't think it's a thing anymore. I haven't seen any way to do it. With you, it was very, very easy to put them into X and A games. Oh man, let's see. This is going to be 128 minus the pyramid width. And then we will do a two uniforms. This, and we will just pyramid center will be this will give us just 264. Actually, what we want is negative to positive. Wait, let me think about this. This, and this is going to be negative max diff over 2, and then max diff over 2. And then this is going to be just plus 64. This is, I would rather not explain this. I'm trying to just come up with a random distribution to get these to be in not the center of every chunk, which is what they're set up for right now. I have to be careful because the way I'm doing this, I'm wondering if I can end up with something that isn't repeatable. When is CastleMiner Z coming? Do you think it'll be ready by the end of this year? I'm skeptical, I'll be completely honest with you. Somebody's asking about using metahumans in Unreal. Yeah, we're looking at that right now. Late night coding, a little bit. It's not that late here right now. It's not even 9 o'clock. Will the old soundtracks return? Yeah, probably. Okay. And let's just see if this doesn't crash. Don't really have any good way of... Oh, okay, that's... a bug, but it's showing that it's kind of doing the right thing. No, these are all centered. Why are the pyramids not appearing in the right place? Okay, that has to do with this. Oh, yeah. Fix that. Oh, what is Unreal? This is how you guys are actually reading the code. What is Unity to Unreal Studio? Unity and Unreal are in like dramatically different coordinate systems. I don't know which one is which, but there's it's interesting how this works. There is left-handed systems where it's X, Y, and Z, and then there's right-handed systems that are X, Y, and Z. So those are different, and then sometimes they're just in different orientations. So let me see if I remember if this is right. If my pointer fingers are Y, Unity is Y up, X forward. I'm not flexible enough. Y up, X forward. And Unreal is, I think, the other hand and Z up. So all of the world builder stuff is in was done in X and A, which is the same as Unity. So they're in one direction, and Unreal is like completely wrong hand, different axis up. So we have a helper function, because the code was ported from Unreal. We have a helper function that takes the Unity coordinates and changes them into the Unreal coordinates. Real pain, because it's like in your head you have to think of this stuff. The Unreal just put out a message that's saying they're going to change their coordinate system to, I think, the Unity one. Good luck. Man, I couldn't even imagine going through such a complicated engine and changing the coordinates of it. The problem with that is that it's not like you just crash or something, or you can fix it in a compiler. It's just like stuff just ends up not working right. It's crazy. And it's hard when you've gotten used to thinking about things in one way. Like I always think of Y being up. I mean, one isn't more right than the other. Of course, I don't know. Like, they talk about Z buffers, which are like Z depth into the screen. So you always think of Z being depth, which is like Z forward. Makes sense. X to your side, Y up. It just makes way more sense to me. So I'll backtrack on that, and I'll say that Y up. But Unreal is a really old engine, and that was a choice that they made early on. But it's hard because all the world builder stuff we didn't want to just change, so we use these helper functions all over the place that bring us from one coordinate space to the other. That's what it is. And it looks like we got this right. There should be like little pyramids all over. And they're in the right places. And here's another one. Cool. I think I'm going to go with this. And every once in a while we should see one. We have this so heavily weighted towards small pyramids. But here's two that are kind of close to each other. And they never overlap, which was one of the problems that we had with the old distribution system. I'm actually going to keep this. I think we did a good job placing these. And the only thing we have to do here is we can do one more check. Let's change the number back to 70. What was it, 70? Is that what we were at, or 90? No, 90, because we were going to go 1 out of 10. And let's just fly around the desert and see if we can find one. And if we can, then I'll redo the stream. Will there be any new guns and crafting stuff added to the game? Yes, there will be. I have like completely ignored TikTok. I hate to admit that. I should really... go over there and just make sure that I am honoring the contents over there. And there's a ton of people over here. Sorry, TikTok. Yeah, and there's people asking things like, is this CastleMiner Z? Yes, it is CastleMiner Z. I am Thomas Stone, Digital DNA, and this is CastleMiner Z. Let's just do a fly through and see if we can catch one of these things. It feels weird to make something like this, then make it so rare, but I think that having pyramids just like littered through the desert would be even weirder. Like it should be something that you come across every once in a while. Should be 1 out of every 10 segments should have one. If I see one, I'll be happy. I thought that was going to be it. The holes in the ground are a bug. I've never seen this bug before, and I don't know what's causing it. I'm going to check into it after the stream. Somebody's asking here why we switched from Unity to Unreal. I'm always bagging on Unity. The biggest thing was the renderer. Unity has a Unity's renderer wasn't anywhere good as Unreal's was, and we were looking at a particular scenario where ray traced lighting made a difference, so I made the decision that was important enough to switch to Unreal, and we've been kind of happy. The game looks good. This is a nice oasis. We built these oases in one of the streams, or several of the streams. I think they turned out nice. Be cool if maybe this is too many. This is like not enough. And as soon as we said that, there we go. We got one. Okay. It's really easy to change the distribution of these, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like, it would be really easy to make more of them. Cool. Now we go downstairs into the dungeons. Works out good. Okay, cool. Appreciate everybody dropping by. We'll do another one of these soon. Yikes. You can see our geometry density. It's kind of amazing what a modern day video hardware can do. Like, this is it's pretty cool. That was a mistake though. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Goodbye.